Now on 4 News Now at 6, a man set on fire in downtown Spokane. We're live with why police believe this was a targeted attack and the search for the person responsible.
Unseasonably warm and sunny weather will be sticking around tomorrow, but a big change is headed our way. I'll show you what to expect where you live in the First Alert forecast.
Plus, a family finds a loaded gun at a local park. What investigators are saying and why no one is facing any charges. Coming up. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Spokane police are searching for the person who set a man on fire in downtown Spokane. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. This happened yesterday around 3 in the afternoon near the Brown Street Viaduct. That's where we find Mary Sheridan tonight. So, Mary, what do we know about the man police are searching for?
Kirsten, there's still very little for police to go off of at this point, which is why they're asking for the public's help in finding who did this. And right now, police describe the suspect as a man who is wearing baggy jeans, no shirt, and possibly a tan backpack. Now, our cameras were here just a little bit after this happened yesterday around 3 p.m. According to Spokane PD, witnesses say a man walked up to the victim, doused them in gasoline, set them on fire, and left. We were able to confirm this information with police today. The victim suffered serious burns on a large part of his body, and he was transported to a local hospital for emergency treatment before being flown to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. And anyone with information about what happened is asked to call Crime Check. And Spokane police says they don't believe that this is a public safety threat at this time, as they believe that the victim was targeted. This was not a random attack. Reporting live in downtown Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
All right, Mary, thank you. A local school district is seeing more students than ever signing up for its high school virtual learning program, but that's not what's happening in the rest of the state.
The numbers show fewer kids are choosing online learning options, even though more schools are offering it. Alexandra Cohen-Yards explains what's made Central Valley an outlier in that trend and how its program has changed student lives.
This might not be the first thing you picture when you hear virtual learning. While these students are still taking their classes from home, they have this space to learn at if they need it.
The biggest benefit is for those, there's an option out there for families. For those who are really struggling in a typical high school.
Janice Boyd is the principal of the Central Valley Virtual Learning High School. She was part of the vision behind this program that opened its doors for the first time last year. It has since blossomed, and enrollment numbers have doubled.
I just felt like that was just probably the best route for me to go.
Ashley Richard just became a full-time student here. One of her favorite parts is the scheduling. Rather than having to take a typical 6 classes every semester, she now takes 2 every 6 weeks.
With the 2 classes for 6 weeks, it's perfect. So now I can just focus on what I need to learn right now.
All the classes here are taught asynchronously, which essentially means that they are online. However, should a student need some extra help, they have 2 options. They can either come in here to the Virtual Learning High School building to meet with a teacher one-on-one or meet with a teacher over Zoom.
I feel like now I can actually talk to my teacher and they're just focused on me in that moment than a whole classroom full of kids.
In Central Valley, this virtual learning option has grown more popular as the district says it has gotten inquiries daily from people interested in the program. For Boyd, the benefits have been clear.
A fair amount of students that over and over again will say, or parents will say, you know, I might not have graduated from school if I didn't have this opportunity.
In Spokane Valley, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
We have a quick programming note regarding Jimmy Kimmel Live and this station. KXLY has issued a statement on the matter, reading, on Wednesday, ABC and its parent company Disney made the decision to suspend Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely across the country and on this station. KXLY is an ABC affiliate, but our station had no input on this decision to remove the show. Currently, ABC provides network programming and controls which shows get delivered to our station. KXLY will continue to be focused on serving our local viewers with quality local news and community service programming. Our commitment to that is unwavering.
Disney pulled the show over remarks the late-night host made about the suspected gunman in Charlie Kirk's murder. Before the announcement, the FCC chair threatened to take action against ABC and Disney if they did not address the comments.
I've been clear. We're reinvigorating the FCC's enforcement of public interest, and it's a good thing.
The announcement also came shortly after Nexstar, a major operator of ABC affiliate stations, said it would not broadcast the show because of Kimmel's comments. Nexstar is also in the middle of a $6 billion deal to buy a rival company, which requires FCC approval. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell released a statement. It reads, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr does not have the authority to police speech that he or the president don't personally like, especially when there is a pending merger with the affected parties in front of the FCC.
All right, summer is about to come to an end, but it sure doesn't feel like it right now.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to feel a lot cooler soon. There's a big change on the way. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your First Alert forecast.
Well, that summer-like weather is going to continue for at least another couple of days before we see those changes, and they are going to be striking. Our highs today, mid-80s and even some 90s. Ritzville and Lewiston, 86 in Colville, 81 degrees in Sandpoint. We are in the midst of our second warmest September on record, at least the start to it. 99 to start the month. But we do have those 2 cool days on Sunday and Monday of this week. And the timing on our cool down that's coming up is very, very similar. We'll be in the mid-80s tomorrow and Saturday, and then a big drop down into the 60s on Sunday before we start climbing back up again the middle of the week. And that drop on Sunday does come with a cold front, windy conditions, and a chance of showers. I'll tell you more about that and have your Friday forecast in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. The city of Spokane is facing a $13 million budget deficit. According to the mayor's office, several factors are to blame here, including lower than expected sales tax revenue, rising jail costs, federal contract uncertainty, and the impact of inflation. This comes just 1 year after the city closed a $25 million shortfall. The city says layoffs are possible, but no decisions have been made at this point. Instead, Spokane leaders say they're focusing on eliminating vacant positions and finding other efficiencies. They hope to close the deficit by late November. Mayor Lisa Brown released a statement today addressing the latest deficit. It says, closing an additional $13 million deficit is challenging, but I am confident we can do it while minimizing impacts of both the services our residents rely on and the staff who deliver those services. All right, still ahead here on 4 News Now at 6. Sneezing and watery eyes aren't just a spring problem.
Fall allergies can be worse. We'll show you some solutions to help you breathe easier. Plus, proposed changes to childhood vaccine guidelines could affect millions of children and create new insurance barriers. We'll explain what parents need to know coming up.
And a Spokane school wants to permanently close a city street to expand childcare and improve safety. Why some neighbors and city engineers are concerned. Next on 4 News Now.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Honda.
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses, and now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical, easy's our thing.
Winning a new GMC Canyon at Northern Quest is not without its drawbacks, like jealous neighbors, unsolicited questions about towing capacity, and sudden requests to help move a couch really quick. But something tells us you'll get over it. It's Northern Quest's $160,000 Grander Canyon giveaway. Play daily for your shot at a new GMC Canyon or $45,000 in cash. The Grander Canyon giveaway, only at Northern Quest.
The 2025 Ford Bronco is everywhere, and for good reason. It's built for anything, loaded with capability, and will go anywhere you take it. Snow, mud, dirt, whatever the road throws at you. This goat gives you seven different terrain modes to handle it all. And the Bronco just won an award for Best in Class for initial quality. When buying your next SUV, think Wendell Ford. We would be honored to show you the new Bronco. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
Custom is more than choosing from a few fabric options. With our custom upholstery, you get control over almost every detail, so you can design a piece that's perfect for you. From the style of the arms and legs to the cushion type and pillow shape. Perfect style, perfect comfort, created for you. The Custom Comfort Event. Get 30% off store-wide at the Tin Roof.
Why say no when it feels so good to say yes? Want some help? Yes. Want to skip the line? Yes. Watch an unreleased season of your favorite show? Oh, yes. How about a credit union with low loan rates, no hidden fees, online banking, and friendly member services? Oh, yes. Experience how good yes can feel.
With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. The value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. You get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Well, finding childcare can be tough for families, and securing a spot is just one part of the struggle.
Yeah, that's why places like Trinity Catholic School are trying to grow and provide more options. But to expand, they have a big ask for the city. They want the city to permanently close Cedar Street in the Emerson Garfield neighborhood between Carlisle and Montgomery. Hunter Bertram shares more details and why some folks think it's not a good idea.
Trinity Catholic School's footprint sprawls 2 blocks. With that, to get to gym class, students cross this street, open to traffic and people.
We are battling drivers. We are battling, kids that might not be paying attention, unsafe, pedestrians also.
As the school grows, they want to add room for more childcare as soon as possible.
The childcare is as full as it can be.
Also adding care that fits every student's needs.
We would like to incorporate different therapies on site, including speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy.
These plans show a new so-called EduCare facility they want to build. Also seen here is their plan to use Cedar Street if the city council agrees to close it.
So our goal with the street vacation is to, number one, ensure student safety.
The school filed to vacate this section of road, sharing plans to close half the street and turn the rest into a one-way with parking. Not everyone's for it. In city documents, Shannon Hughes voices concerns about emergency responders' access. Some neighbors are concerned about parking too.
And we're trying very hard to be good neighbors, and we would ask that student safety be prioritized over parking.
City documents also show Spokane City Engineering recommends against this closure. Principal Holcomb brings up their mission and hopes to convey why they need this closure approved. She says good education starts with adequate resources and a safe environment.
We strive to make sure that we look at the students, how they arrive to us, and then we help them to grow as much as we possibly can in their time with us.
At the next City Council meeting on Monday, City Council members will decide whether to approve this vacation or deny it. In Spokane, Hunter Bertram for News Now.
A Superior Court judge has dismissed a lawsuit filed against the city of Spokane by Christian nationalist Sean Feucht.
Feucht sued last year after city council members criticized former mayor Nadine Woodward for appearing with him at a 2023 rally. Here's some video from that rally. The court ruled there was no legal merit to his claims and that the city did not violate his religious rights or free speech. Mayor Lisa Brown, Council President Betsy Wilkerson, and Councilmember Zach Zapone released a joint statement calling the decision a complete victory for Spokane.
Clear skies, light winds, a beautiful evening across the inland northwest. Sunset, it will be before 7 o'clock, but we'll still be close to 80 degrees, cooling down into the 70s by 11. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
To me.
Valley Fest is back. Spokane Valley's premier community event. Bring the family for a weekend packed full of fun. September 19th through the 21st. Don't miss the parade and bed races Friday night. River Run on Saturday. And car show and Tot Fest on Sunday. Plus Culture Fest. A petting zoo. 200 vendor booths. Live entertainment on 3 stages. And mouth-watering food all weekend long. Valley Fest. Your family's ultimate end of the summer bash. September 19th through the 21st in the Spokane Valley. Check out the full calendar of events at valleyfest.org.
Balance balancing work and family on a tight budget can be tough. Spokane College's Head Start program provides safe, affordable childcare to working parents pursuing their education.
Head Start offers free and reduced cost childcare to qualifying families with children up to 5 years. We serve over 700 families throughout Spokane.
Head Start gave me the support to finish my degree with Spokane Colleges.
Through October 15th, Numerica is matching all donations to Head Start up to $10,000. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
It's go time. The RV Expo sale is back at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Thursday, September 18th to Sunday, September 21st. It's the end of the season RV and boat clearance event at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Every RV and boat is clearance price, 0 down and 0 payments for 6 months on approved credit. Immediate financing is available. Shop over 1,000 RVs and boats. Free admission, free parking. Learn more at RVExpoSale.com. Brought to you by the Northwest RV Dealers Association.
Leave everything to me.
You obviously are the king of Philly right now.
Super Bowl champ Saquon Barkley. Now, 2 games into the new season. What does he want you to know?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Tomorrow, superstar, family man, proud dad. Get ready for Saquon on
Good Morning America.
Well, Mark Peterson and the Extreme Team are at it again, this time helping an organization that helps women transition from homelessness back into society.
I was so happy to see him here in the newsroom today. Let's check in with Mark to see the big changes they're making.
September's Extreme Team is Transitions. We're helping them. It's a local nonprofit which has 6 different programs. One of those is called Miriam's House. And what it does is help women transition from poverty and homelessness into the society. And of course, they can get all the help they need. They can live here for a period of time from 6 months to 2 years. What we're standing in now has been an office for the last 10 years. Prior to that, it was 2 bedrooms. We're transitioning it back to the 2 bedrooms. So we're going to move all the data down into the office downstairs through the walls. We're going to put a wall here so that this will be a bedroom and this will be a bedroom. But that's not all. We're going to be doing some work downstairs. So now we're in the basement, and this is the bigger part of the project. This was a root cellar years ago. They put in some wood. They put a wood floor. Of course, they have not been able to use this room for years because it had no concrete. And water would come in, of course, ruin the floor. We're pouring concrete. We're going to make, this is the only spot in this entire area that doesn't have a concrete floor. So we're going to fix that. So we've got Specialty Mobile Mix and Champion, concrete pumping coming in, Band Construction's doing the work. Got a lot of people a part of this, Ponderosa Lumber out in Hauser. So anyway, the Extreme Team, we're going to make this so that it is a living room. The living room they're currently using will become a dining room for the women, and this will all be so that they can continue to, you know, have the camaraderie and that discussion. You know, the dinner table, that's going to be perfect, but also this will be able to be used. That is our Extreme Team, Miriam's House on the South Hill. For the 4 News Now Extreme Team, I'm Mark Peterson.
Love seeing the Extreme Team back at it.
And when I saw him earlier, we were talking about pot roast and buffalo and pork tender. I think we were both hungry.
Yeah.
He was working hard today.
I miss working in the office with them. There were always recipes printed out on the printer. He'd forget them, and I'd take them home and make them. So, all right, go Mark. And let's take a look at current conditions. It is 84 and sunny. Ooh, that sun is sneaking down behind the horizon already. 83 right now in Coeur d'Alene. Beautiful view there over the Veterans Memorial Bridge. Won't be long till we'll get some fall color going. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We'll be in the 80s through Saturday with sunny skies. Then we'll start to see some changes late Saturday and into Sunday. The winds pick up and we do have a chance of showers. Now, Friday is going to be a day very much like today with a little bit of fog in the morning, mostly sunny skies, and a high of 85. 73 is our average high. We're going to be well above above average throughout the entire region tomorrow. 80s and even 90 down in the Lewiston area, 84 in Spirit Lake, 87 in Meade, 85 at Fairchild Air Force Base, and 86 down in Spangle. Our weather pattern dominated by high pressure through Saturday, and then we're seeing this cold front approaching. That's going to pick up our winds, drop our temperatures, and now it's beginning to look like we may get some precipitation down in the valleys out of this system. Let's take a closer look at our forecast radar. Starting this off at 5 o'clock Saturday night, clear skies, clouds begin increasing around midnight, and then right around 9, 10, 11 o'clock, we'll start to see this cold front bring some rain all the way from parts of Boundary County down through the Columbia Basin, starting to see a little bit of wet weather moving into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. It won't be around for long. By about 2 o'clock, things start to dry out, and then we continue to dry out and clear out through Sunday evening, and that sets the stage for a really pretty first day of fall. But with those clear skies, it's going to be a cold start to the first day of fall. 46 degrees to start the day, heading up to a high of 70. The autumnal equinox is on Monday morning in the 11 o'clock hour. But before then, we'll have another warm, sunny day on Friday. 84 on Saturday. Winds pick up late in the day into a breezy Sunday as that cold front comes through. A 30% chance of measurable rain in Spokane and a pretty good drop in our temperatures down to 68. And then we start warming right back up again. There are more 80s to be had in the forecast. Those 46-degree overnight lows Sunday night into Monday morning, Monday night into Tuesday morning would be the coolest temperatures we've had so far this fall. We dropped into the 40s once, but there's a lot more. I know where that came from as we head into the end of September and beginning of October, Kirsten.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Well, 2 years ago, we introduced you to a Spokane Valley family dealing with a devastating diagnosis for two of their little boys. Michael was just 6 and Oliver almost 2 when they were diagnosed with CLN2 or Batten disease, a rare incurable condition that affects 3 in every 100,000 children. The disease causes seizures, loss of motor skills, speech and eyesight, and eventually death.
And some days it's very overwhelming.
The Tucker boys now travel to Seattle every other Monday for infusions to help slow the progression of their disease, no matter the weather. But the family's struggles don't end there. Mom, Christian, was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and their 7-year-old daughter, Talia, has started having seizures. For the full story on the Tucker family and the community support that keeps them going, head to KXLY.com right now to see Robin Nance's full special report.
Yeah, what a tough go for that family. All right, new technology at a Spokane Dental Training Center, is transforming the way students learn.
How it could lead to better health care for rural communities coming up. And a CDC panel considers dropping vaccine recommendations for newborns and restricting others for young children, why some medical experts are raising serious concerns about the changes. Next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. King of the Cage, live Thursday, September 25th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Tackle every job with power and precision this season with Pape Machinery Ag & Turf. For a limited time, you can get 0% financing for up to 84 months on a new John Deere 1025R compact utility tractor with 120R standard loader, all for just $249 per month. Shop online or head to your nearest Pape Machinery location to experience the unmatched customer service and support that keeps your operation running strong. But don't wait, this offer ends October 31st. Pape keeps you moving.
Welcome to the Fall Savings Event, where you can choose your discount this week at Walker's, where the more you spend, the more rewards you get, making it the perfect time to get a new bedroom set or living room set you've been wanting for less.
This week at Walker's.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at the EasyHomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
For over 50 years, North Idaho Urology has been the trusted leader in urological care. From routine checkups to advanced prostate cancer treatment, our expert team is dedicated to your health every step of the way. With cutting-edge technology, personalized care, and locations in Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Sandpoint, we're here when you need us most. Don't wait. Early detection saves lives. Schedule your appointment today at niurology.com or call 208-667-0621.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
Breaking news just into the newsroom. A bomb was found near Tonasket High School.
Yeah, that's according to the Okanagan County Sheriff's Office. Investigators say a woman found the device while walking on a community path near the school. The Spokane Bomb Squad confirmed the device contained black powder, then performed a controlled detonation of it. Anyone with information about the device is asked to contact the Okanagan County Sheriff's Office.
A CDC advisory panel voting tonight on new recommendations for child vaccinations.
The panel deciding whether to restrict or narrow guidelines for vaccines that have long been recommended for children in the U.S. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the story.
Today, a shakeup from the CDC panel that sets recommendations on vaccines for children. Though not final, the group saying it's considering dropping the recommendation that all newborns get vaccinated for hepatitis B. The committee narrowing its recommendation for the combined MMRV shot, which includes measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox for younger children, saying it should now instead be 2 separate shots. Some studies have suggested a slightly elevated but overall very rare risk of seizures when all 4 are given as a combo shot to kids 12 to 15 months old.
The MMRV vaccine, although comes with a slightly higher risk, is adopted by many parents out of convenience. Eliminating that option possibly can reduce compliance or participation with vaccines.
The panel today not weighing any new scientific evidence. Experts say changes could create new barriers for millions of children.
If we make changes to the vaccine schedule, it doesn't necessarily become federal law, but this may actually narrow the amount of people who get insurance coverage through public programs such as the vaccine program for children.
The panel, which consists of members who have expressed vaccine skepticism and spread vaccine misinformation, appointed by HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has pushed vaccine misinformation himself. It comes one day after Susan Menares, Trump's fired CDC director, testified that she was ousted for refusing to rubber stamp the panel's recommendations for changes to the childhood vaccine schedule without evidence. Republican Senator Cassidy, a doctor, warning Americans should not have confidence in certain changes to these recommendations.
The Vaccine Advisory Panel makes recommendations to change the childhood vaccine schedule. Should the American people have confidence in that decision?
No.
Now, any changes need final sign-off from the acting CDC director or from Kennedy himself. This panel also meets again tomorrow to discuss even more possible changes. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
Well, fall allergies can be just as tough as we have them in the spring.
That's right. Easy steps doctors recommend to help your family breathe a little easier. Plus, one family finds a loaded gun while at a park in Spokane. How neighbors are reacting and what police say you should do if you ever find yourself in a similar situation.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com. This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
French toast nibblers or breakfast nachos?
Actually, I was thinking about heading out only because I want to beat the traffic.
If I was part of the sleepovers the next day, I was going to throw the games on.
You're a Notre Dame guy. I'm from Texas.
Winners never compromise.
What?
Yeah. I mean, how can you call yourself a sports fan without Xfinity? You got multi-view?
The best college and pro games all in one place? I'm not going anywhere.
You ever tried pancakes and guac? You're about to. Yes, let's go. I got a little recipe that I can't tell you, but I think you're going to be happy.
It matters late at night.
It matters when you aren't sure and need someone who is.
Our minimalized win none.
It matters when times are tight and saving money can really make a difference.
Thanks so much, Eric. I really appreciate you.
Hi, Alex.
Where you get your medicine has never mattered more. That's why we have convenient locations right in your neighborhood with pharmacists ready to get to know you.
Where you get your medicine matters.
The Davenport Hotels invite you to a signature weekend of culinary delights, September 26th through the 28th. Join us for the Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival, taking place in downtown Spokane with multiple events offered throughout the weekend. Purchase any festival ticket and receive a 20% discount code to stay at one of the Davenport properties. Information can be found on the Davenport Hotel Collections website under the Experiences tab. The Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival this September, sponsored in part by Windermere Real Estate, BECU, and 4 News Now.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, police say a gun was found in Spokane's Liberty Park yesterday that they say was left there by accident.
Spokane police say they were able to track down the owner of that gun today. The handgun was found at the Liberty Park playground on the Saucer Swing. Our Derek Strom is live there now after speaking with SPD.
Derek, Kirsten, police say that family came here to Liberty Park, found the gun, and immediately reported it to SPD. It says the family stayed with the gun until police arrived, and officers hope anyone else that comes across a similar situation would handle it the exact same way.
It's concerning. I'd rather it not be out here in the park.
Tonight, confusion and concern at Liberty Park in Spokane. A family found a loaded gun here yesterday. Police say it's not a situation that happens often, but the family handled the situation well and made sure no one got hurt.
The person that called in was very good. They stayed with it so no one else would touch it or be injured by it. So officers came out and collected it, made it safe, and took it to police property. And then shortly after that, they started the process of trying to track down the owner of this gun.
Police say if you're in a similar situation, don't touch a gun unless it's absolutely necessary. SPD says it was able to quickly find the owner of that gun, and they explained what led to the gun being left in the park.
What we were advised of today is that this person was at the park yesterday with a grandchild playing at the park. Somehow the gun was on this person, slipped out of his pocket. He was unaware of it, left the park, and then this other person happened to find it.
SPD says it doesn't plan on filing any charges against the owner of the gun because police believe it was purely accidental. Neighbors living nearby are still worried about the families and young children that play at Liberty Park.
If a kid found a loaded gun, that could cause serious problems. They'd probably pick it up, think it was a toy, really heavy, and then, oh no, something could happen.
Another neighbor I spoke with says the library nearby has also made this area much safer. Spokane police also have a station nearby. They patrol this area regularly, which makes them feel much safer. Live in Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, Derek, thank you. Awfully warm out there again today.
Yeah, I was commenting to some of our reporters. It was still sweaty this is still sweaty weather, Chris.
sure.
It is
little gross.
sweaty weather. And with that, take a look at the beautiful sunset on this sweaty day. 6:55 our sunset tonight. What a beautiful sky there. A lot of activity in downtown Spokane this evening on this end of the downtown area. Our temperatures right now are still in the 80s, even as we approach sunset. 84 in Spokane, 83 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. We've slipped to 75 in Sandpoint, but that is the exception around the region. Air quality is in the moderate range and has been most of the day. We've mostly been closer to good than to the unhealthy for sensitive groups range. We'll continue to be in the good to moderate range for the next few days. We do have one area around the Wenatchee area where we've slipped into the unhealthy region. There are some fires burning in the Indian Mountains, and that has moved in some smoke on a northeasterly breeze, or a northwesterly breeze, excuse me. Friday's planner, we're heading up to a high of 85 degrees, blue skies, sunshine, a day very much like today. There are some changes coming in halfway through the weekend. That includes gusty winds, chance of showers, cooler weather. I'll let you know when to expect it in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. Spokane County is on track to see one overdose death per day in 2025. So today, dozens of community leaders are taking action to try to change that. The No Wrong Doors Summit invited local representatives, medical professionals, and those with personal connections to opioid addiction to decide how Spokane can best help addicts find recovery and prevent more people from turning to drug abuse. The summit was organized by Katara Johnson, a mother who lost her son, Gabriel, to a fentanyl overdose earlier this year. She says community conversations like these are just the beginning to long-term solutions.
I believe we have the right people in the room for this session, and we will continue to do these and bringing the people in together to make the right choices, listening to the people and addressing the solutions to be judgment-free and solutions-focused.
Some of the attendees battled addiction themselves and offered their perspective on the crisis.
I'm just kind of here as someone that was lucky enough to make it out alive and rebuild my life and try and provide that perspective in a room full of people that may not have that firsthand knowledge.
Chandel works in addiction recovery now and helps people battling opioid abuse every day. Why she's encouraging more community conversations about this crisis in Spokane tonight at 11.
The University of Washington's dental training facility here in Spokane just got an upgrade.
Yeah, today, students, Washington leaders and politicians, and our Madeline Mullins got to tour the facility. Madeline shares why students say this will help them better serve underserved communities.
In rural communities throughout Washington, it can be a struggle to find health care providers.
The rural environment that it always seems to suffer from not having a sufficient number of healthcare workers across the board to meet the needs of the population.
The Regional Initiatives in Dental Education Program, also known as RIDE, aims to change that. RIDE places dentistry students in rural communities throughout the state.
They're being educated, but they're also providing much needed care to those communities that really have challenges with access to care.
While the RIDE program has been in Spokane since 2008, the remodeled facility expands the program in multiple ways. Now, the class size has doubled.
So with doubling the size of the class, we can then train more dentists to go practice in the rural and underserved areas in Washington.
And the new technology allows for dental students to stay in Spokane for their second year rather than having to move to Seattle.
One of the highlights of this new facility is the state-of-the-art technology. Students are using tools that are part of the future of dentistry.
We have great equipment for drilling, we have mannequin, all the lab equipment we have. So all the procedures that we're expected to learn by our second year, I think we have all of those plus more.
The University of Washington says many of these students choose to work in a rural community after graduating.
In rural communities, the nearest dentist is far away from them, so it's just a better opportunity for them as well, and I will love to make an impact if I can.
And they take with them the skills they learned here in this facility. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, Washington State University students now have faster access to testing and treatment for sexually transmitted infections. Washington State University students have this because before, students had to wait 2 to 3 days while samples were sent to an outside lab. Doctors say quick results are crucial, not only to start treatment sooner, but also prevent further spread. Whitman County has historically ranked among the highest in the state for STI rates. Last year, it dropped from number 1 to number 3.
Well, Washington State is one of the few schools in the country with a dedicated mental health coach for football.
Yeah, Chris Kroc leads the Cougs on mental training in his first season in Pullman.
And he spoke to us today about how to navigate players through both the very low and very high moments in the sport. Check out after the break what makes this specialized coach get through to players and improve their game, not just on the field or in their weight room. Coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
This is the Northwest, and this is the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid.
Engineered for adventure, the all-new Forester Hybrid offers enhanced fuel efficiency, upgraded driver assist technology, and the new 360-degree surround view monitor. From rain to snow, city to summit, the Subaru Forester keeps you confidently in control, loaded with advanced features and legendary reliability.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event now through September 2nd at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
It started with a drive down 8th Avenue.
Wow, what is this place?
A permanent year-round market rooted in sustainability, equity, and community. BECU stepped in with trust-based philanthropy and a commitment to the community.
Our partnership with Scale House is helping our members, it's helping our community grow, thrive, get access to food.
From arts to agriculture, Scale House Market is a place where people grow together.
The 2025 Ford Bronco is everywhere, and for good reason. It's built for anything, loaded with capability, and will go anywhere you take it. Snow, mud, dirt, whatever the road throws at you. This goat gives you seven different terrain modes to handle it all. And the Bronco just won an award for Best in Class for initial quality. When buying your next SUV, think Wendell Ford. We would be honored to show you the new Bronco. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
Your fall wardrobe starts right here at River Park Square. Style the season your way. Discover it all at River Park Square.
Male has never been exposed to women like us.
To love, happiness, and fun.
He called out sick. So what was he doing at the big game? Yep, his boss was watching.
All of a sudden, I'm all over national TV and I got Coldplay.
Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
The annual Apple Cup returns to the Palouse for the first time in 3 seasons. Washington State and Washington battle for bragging rights on Saturday, and the Cougs need a pretty huge rebound after last weekend. WSU pulled off a thriller in Seattle last year, beating UW 24-19 with a late goal line stand. But it's been 13 years since a Coug win in Pullman, and Wazoo hasn't strung together back-to-back Apple Cup wins since 2007 to 2008. Now these 2-1 Cougars look for a coveted consecutive Apple Cups, and head coach Jimmy Rogers spoke about the practices this week ahead of the big game. Now the team attitude has shifted ahead of this huge matchup.
Just coming out here and flying around and doing it at a high level, I thought, honestly, Tuesday was probably one of our better practices as a team. So hopefully they got the message at the end of the day. We need to come out and play better than what we did and play cleaner. So we need to flush last week's loss, although there's a lot of things in there that we learned from. We emphasized this week on how to get better at it. The players got to be accountable to take action and do it themselves.
Cougs and Huskies kick off at 4:30 p.m. this Saturday. And through the highs of a fast 2-0 start and then the lows of that North Texas blowout, the Cougs have plenty of physical strength coaches running drills and lifting weights with the team. But how about mental strength coaches? This is where Chris Kroc comes in, Washington State's new director for football mental performance. The coach traveled with Coach Rogers from South Dakota State, and now he shares his wisdom with the Cougs, intent on them having the best possible mindset ahead of this weekend's Apple Cup.
Do you view it as a threat? Right? So now we start thinking about the future and the what ifs and what could happen. And we start thinking about outcome-based things. Or do you really think about it as a great opportunity, a great challenge? And so what a tremendous opportunity that we have after coming off of a performance that we're certainly not proud of. But now we've got a great opportunity that's ahead of us. And when you think of it as a great challenge, now we show up with confidence. We show up relaxed. We show up calm. We show up excited.
Great way to view such a big game. Kroc also spoke about how teams handle winning and the best way to transition from win to win like the Cougs did from Idaho to San Diego State. You can check that out on 4 News Now Nightside and our website, KXLY.com. So again, that kickoff at 4:30 p.m. this Saturday. We'll be live down in Pullman post-game. Don't miss it on a special edition of 4 News Now. That's following the coverage of the Florida-Miami game. And after snapping their 10-game win streak last night, the Seattle Mariners pulled off a clutch 2-0 win over the Kansas City Royals today to win the series and pull even again with the Houston Astros for first in the AL West. Jorge Polanco and J.P. Crawford drove in the 2 runs today. Closer Andres Munoz picked up his 36th save. It's tied for the 8th most by a Mariner in a single season. Next for Seattle is a series at Houston. All eyes on that one. And the M's magic number falling to 7. A series win over the Astros would nearly clinch the division. And we have one final call, just under an hour and a half until voting closes for the Friday Night Sports Extra Game of the Week. Some great options: Central Valley at Meade, Mount Spokane at Gonzaga Prep, and Lakeland at Post Falls. Again, that's 8 p.m. tonight. The poll will close. You can submit those last few votes on our website, KXLY.com. And it's a pretty tight race this week, too. I'm not going to spoil who I saw ahead so far, but there have been so many votes. We are so thankful for it. It's the most we've had in any game of the week this year, which I know is not too many yet, but it's been pretty cool to see.
Probably just means it takes people a couple weeks to get back into thinking about voting for it. And now, we've seen so many votes. It's awesome.
I heard you two talking about it, but I won't spoil it either. I'm excited about it. Well, if you're heading to the Apple Cup, you might want to leave a little early to beat the traffic. And if you're driving down tomorrow, keep in mind the Highway 26 bridge in Colfax will be closed from 7 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Crews will be installing a new barrier after the old one was damaged by a truck. Flaggers will be on site to direct traffic.
Well, you should get an early start because it's going to be beautiful weather at the Apple Cup. Here's your Apple Cup forecast hour by hour. Blue skies and sunshine in the 80s by kickoff time, with winds picking up just a little bit. Clear skies for your drive home. Drive safely. That car is to remind you. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's our all-month-long Labor Day sale, where you'll save $13,750 off new Sierra 1500 Elevations or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
This week, Walker's Furniture is making it easier than ever to get that new furniture you've been wanting with big store-wide discounts, where the more you spend, the more rewards you get. Choose from free delivery, an extra 5% off, a free Walker's gift card, or 36 months zero-interest financing. It's the perfect time to get that new sofa or sectional or a new mattress to improve your sleep with big store-wide rewards
this week at Walker's.
How do you think this commercial should start?
A calming melody, and it says what it's like to have an early savings account as a kid. And the star of the commercial will be me.
My mom taught me the importance of saving, and I wanted to pass that on to my kids.
It's cool because every month you get to put money in your early savings account.
Do you think you'll make a budget for yourself one day?
Totally.
Join today at becu.org/earlysaver.
The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community rich in tradition and pride, and Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
Last year in September, the Finley Auto Group purchased the downtown Honda store and became Finley Honda Spokane. So this month we are celebrating our anniversary by giving everyone $1,000 off our suggested retail prices, plus giving you an extra $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-in, so you can get great buys on all CRVs and Ridgeline all-wheel drive trucks during our anniversary sale this week at Finley Honda Spokane.
It's our all-month-long Labor Day sale, where you'll save up to $14,500 off or 3.9% APR on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Vineyard Park at South Hill, now open for independent living, assisted living, and memory care.
Okay, we're talking about fall, even though it doesn't feel like it.
Right. I mean, we continue this run in the 80s.
Fall, you say. You said the magic word. I've got some in the forecast. 4 things to know about your weather. We will be in the 80s through Saturday with sunny skies. Then we are going to see some changes partway through the weekend. For Sunday, wind, some showers. Pretty good drop in temperatures, definitely feeling more like fall. And the mornings early next week will really start to feel more like fall. Forecast radar, I'm starting this off Saturday at 5 o'clock because it would be very quiet if I started it right now. It would just be crickets chirping with clear skies. But Saturday night, we'll start to see the clouds increasing. And then by Sunday morning, here's 11 o'clock, a chance of rain all the way from the Canadian border down through the Tri-Cities area as a cold front begins making its way in. That precipitation likely won't amount to much down in the valleys. Some heavier precipitation possible in the mountains. And then we will clear fairly early. Here's 2 p.m., a few straggling showers, and then we clear off more meaningfully as we get into Sunday night, setting the stage to a return to our bright blue skies. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of rain out of this. We'll be able to fine-tune the timing and the amounts as we get closer to time, but that gives you a framework. Winds, meanwhile, calm conditions on Friday. Saturday late, we'll see winds up to 10 miles per hour with the potential for gusts of up to 20 miles per hour. 30-mile-per-hour gusts possible on Sunday, so not as pleasant. And then we're back down to 5-mile-per-hour winds on Monday with the sunshine. Pretty good drop in temperatures, and this is a change from yesterday because we've added in that chance of precipitation, and that does make a difference. So we'll be up in the mid-80s for Friday, Saturday, then we drop down into the 60s on Sunday, actually just a little below average. We start climbing right back up, and it looks like we may have some 80s back in the forecast by the middle of next week. If you are heading camping, we are going to Leader Lake in our R&R RV camping forecast, and not a bad time to head out to go camping. 87 on Saturday with hazy sunshine. This is in the Okanagan area. You are more likely to stay dry on Sunday in that part of the area. High of 75 degrees on Sunday there. Your planning forecast, sunny on Friday, sunny on Saturday with the winds picking up late in the day. Then that precipitation moves in on Sunday and our temperatures drop. Look at these morning lows. There's your fall. Monday morning, 46 degrees. Fall officially starts on Monday morning. High of 70, 46 on Tuesday. Then back up into summer-like weather with 70s and 80s. Kirsten, Derek.
All right, and speaking of fall, Chris, nearly 1 in 3 adults and more than 1 in 4 kids in the U.S. report having a seasonal allergy.
Yeah, experts say climate change may make symptoms last longer and be more severe. CNN's Mandy Gaither explains why fall can be a tough time of year for people with allergies and how to help manage your symptoms.
If you think seasonal allergies only bloom in spring, think again. As the leaves change color, those allergens pollinate and continue to be in the air until the first hard frost.
fall allergens are still just as intense and can elicit all of the same symptoms.
Dr. Jessica Huey with National Jewish Health says those symptoms can include nasal congestion, runny nose, and itchy, watery eyes. Huey says this season can be one of the toughest times to get those symptoms under control.
Finally, the weather's cooler, so you're going outside, you're doing yard work, you're keeping your windows open in your home. Well, all of these are exposing you to pollens.
To help stop that exposure, Huey says to change clothes after being outdoors, shower to get pollen off your skin and out of your hair, keep windows shut as much as possible, especially bedroom windows. Avoid going outside in peak pollen times from late morning to mid-afternoon. Clean the vents in your home and change air filters.
These are all things that not only are great for your home, but can get rid of the different allergens that have kind of accumulated there throughout the year.
And if you're already feeling those fall allergy symptoms, Huey says over-the-counter and prescription nasal sprays can help, as can oral medications like antihistamines.
Just know you have a toolbox and you have strategies to really try to limit the amount of pollen exposures that you have.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, downtown Coeur d'Alene will be filled with beer, brats, and Bavarian fun this weekend. Oktoberfest kicks off this Friday. It goes from 4 to 8 on Friday and noon to 8 on Saturday. You can sample Oktoberfest-style beers and ciders, load up on German food, and even join a Stein-holding competition or a best dress contest. Last call on both days is at 7:30. Kids and designated drivers get in for free with a ticket holder. Tickets range from $25 to $60. For more information on Oktoberfest, just head to KXLY.com.
And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
For more than 20 years, Blackhawk has electrified country fans. Experience them live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, October 16th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or CDAcasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Looking to earn more on your savings without locking it in a CD? With P1FCU's new bump rate, you can earn up to an extra 2.04% APY on your money market just by using your Ascend checking account. Plus, qualifying Ascend checking accounts earn 3.5% APY on balances up to $15,000. Get more flexibility, better returns, and smarter savings. Visit p1fcu.org/bump. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
That's Montana Sapphire from Phillipsburg, Montana.
With heat like this, air conditioning's a necessity. Bill's Heating and AC can get you the relief you want with the urgency you need. We offer free same-day estimates and next-day installation. Plus, all our new equipment comes with a low price guarantee. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and take advantage of our 0% for 5 years promotional financing.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Avamere at South Hill.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, community leaders in Spokane gathered today at the No Wrong Door Summit for a conversation on how the region can best help addicts find recovery. Their solutions in Mary Sheridan's full story tonight on Nightside starting at 11.
Sunshine for Friday and Saturday, changes for Sunday. Soak up that sunshine, but it will be back. I mean, look at Tuesday through Thursday. So don't lament the needed rain on Sunday.
Yeah, just a brief little dip, right?
Yeah, pretty perfect Apple Cup weather, I think.
Yes.
You're going to be running back and forth, so.
Yeah, so I'll get my shorts a little bit longer before pants season. I'm very fortunate.
See you 11.